Okay, y'all. Some of them, like I said, we got to work on this temperature because some of them, they browned it. I ain't gonna say burnt yet because they one level from burnt, but they ain't what we usually eat our biscuits like. Welcome back to Rising Power. It's our space to retreat, relate, and rejuvenate. And let me tell you how I got rejuvenated as we relate in this situation where it was a complete fail in the kitchen. But let me tell you, we can always learn from every situation because God is always speaking. Let's start from the beginning, y'all. So we did find her rolling pin, so we're gonna try it.
Just check it right quick.
We watched it. Oh yeah. We will try it and see. But if not, Brooklyn,
It's going to buff out.
the big boy's coming out. All right.
Let's start together. Okay. For you, Mom, mix it up. Do some mixing.
Go to the bottom.
Okay, let's see what.
Now hold on, y'all. Let me get to the sides. Can't let it stay out too long.
I can't wait to feel it.
Hold on.
But I'm the judge. Remember, I'm the judge.
They putting on buttermilk right now. They rolled out the dough and my camera ran out of storage space. Because I'm always recording stuff we're doing for memories. But I mean, y'all, it did not get any of it. I'm so sad. That means we have to do it again another day. And it's good because actually they started fussing, but I wanted y'all to see them fussing. But that means that they actually enjoy it and they wanted to do it. So, lessons learned. Even though you can have the right ingredients for something, it still is very important that you take the right process. And this is not a stretch. I have truly learned these last few years, and really more so even now, how important, and how spiritual and how I can connect with God and just hear from God when cooking, now with baking, gardening, things like this. So this is why I'm trying to get me and my family back into this type of rhythm of homesteading or just homemaking techniques, because it's so funny how God can just speak through the process or speak through the experience of what you're doing. And so just from this morning, it was a lot of frustration because both of my kids wanted to do certain parts. And this is new for them because sometimes they want to cook, sometimes they don't. But now my son is going to get more involved in it too. And this is really, really good. And so it just reminded me that, okay, now we need to step back and I need to delegate a little bit more better for them because, and even if they don't want to do it, we're going to continue in these processes because I'm seeing that they are learning life lessons from them. Lesson number 2, even though something may look done on the outside, it's the inside part that has to be completely done or consumable or ready to be able to allow people to eat. So basically with the biscuits, we saw that because we raised the temperature, I had to research afterwards that people were saying that when you have a higher temperature, yes, the outside of your biscuits will cook quicker, but it's that internal temperature that you're really trying to make sure it's healthy and safe. And so I said, look at God again. I said, a lot of us want to show the outside progress or the outside success, and God is more focused on that internal processing. And so that's the part that makes you actually not just presentable, but actually consumable. And so I said, look at God. And it's so crazy, y'all, how I have been studying this last few weeks my kids and I were studying the Beatitudes, but it's just something about the salt of the earth and being the light of the world has been sticking out to me. And so I said, oh my goodness. I said, okay, at the last minute, I'm just going to be more intentional because that's a whole nother thing we could talk about later. And we will talk about later because it's the intentionality behind everything. And it's like I said, okay, I'm going to be intentional. I knew this plan. We were going to wake up this morning and bake. I didn't think it all the way through because I just kind of was like, I'm still in some mode, y'all. But I'm like, we're going to do things. That was a goal I had for this summer. I said I want us to truly bake more and do more homemaking and crafts and things like that. And so I've been doing it individually, but I'm like, I want to get my kids more involved again and also teach them life skills. And so as we were studying, I didn't realize that this was going to be the thing that tied in. And it's like, we think a lot about the presentation or how things are looking or how we look. And it's so unproductive to what God is really looking for. He's looking to develop us from within. This is what I took from it. God will place you in situations where, yes, you have a skill for it, but he's truly trying to make sure you are developed to know that your relationship with him is what's contingent on whether you get through that storm, even with your skills. Like, you still have to be in relationship with God. I'm so mad y'all didn't see the kneading process because we were all arguing over it and I had to delegate it and be like, okay, you're going to do 2, I'll do 2, she'll do 2. 2, 2, 2. And so even at that, I was hearing on some of the videos that I researched as well as reading that you can over knead something too much. So that's a whole nother, we're going to go into another time because we're going to redo this and I'm going to have to show y'all another video of us actually doing it. We're going to do it right and we're going to see what we learn from it. So those are 2 lessons that I'm learning from this process. And then just a third one is, even though sometimes we want to just have the quick fix, or we in our feelings, or it can be good feelings, it can be bad feelings, sad feelings, whatever. The people who are real foodies like me, we're going to find something to celebrate and go out and do something, any emotion. And that's something that we have got to pay attention to and grab it and get a hold of it, because it's so interesting. The other night, as well as today, everything I wanted to go and do, I had negotiated in my mind. Me and the kids gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, da, 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 da. We're gonna go and get this, meal from whatever restaurant we want to get it from. And it's so interesting that God orchestrated the day to where it just did not work out that way. But everything that I needed to create a healthy meal, a home-cooked meal, be intentional with my kids and what they were going to eat, what I was going to eat. We even had to work together because in that time, like I said, the timing was a little off. We had to work together to get this done. God had all the resources right there for me. And it just reminded me of, what are we looking for? Are we intentionally looking for the quick fix, the things that are unhealthy for us? Because, a lot of that is sometimes we're not aligning with God because there's some type of gap, or we may be feeling some type of way and we haven't taken it to God. And that's where my journal, when I do my girl prayer, that brings a lot of that up for me. It brings that clarity for me of, okay, is it on my end? Is it on the way I'm feeling with God? Have I not been honest with God? Have I not given something to God? Have I been distracting myself with something else and negotiating with myself? And so that's just so eye-opening to me as well in that third lesson, is that he has given us everything that we need. I'll insert that scripture here to fulfill the mission that he has for us individually in our lives. He has already given it to us, but it's up to us to go and seek him, to go and put ourselves in the right places, and even just to ask him. Sometimes all we need is clarity. Sometimes all we need is that accountability. And so I'm going to leave with just that for right now, because these were just 3 lessons that I learned just from this weekend, especially this morning with the process, because I don't want these biscuits to burn for real on the inside too. But let's keep going, y'all. I want to see if you were going to try this dish. Have you tried to make biscuits before? Have you been cooking more at home? It's a lot of reasons we need to be doing that now, y'all, in more ways than one. But we'll keep in touch, and I'll check back in with y'all later, and I'm going to show y'all what the biscuits turned out to look like. So I just put a little bit of butter on it like they said. And see, here go even things we had in the house that my daughter, her kit that we never used, her little baking set. So everything we have sometimes is right there around us. But, okay, we're going to go ahead and get going. We're going to eat and enjoy the day.